Sing it. You just kicked another agent's butt. Another one bites the dust in your pocket.
How'd you like the birthday song?
We're going to do birthday songs. And thank you very much, by the way, Ms. Sims, for saying second that thing. I like this song. Here we go. All right, thank you.
We thought it was your 48th birthday, not your 18th.
All right, one, D. Where is D? D, stand up. Stand up. We got two celebrations for D. One, why don't you tell everybody what you accomplished with your mind and your ability?
Oh, I thought you were
What do we know in the presence of?
I thought you were going to make me tell them how old I was yesterday. No, I'm now an associate broker here.
He went and got his broker's license and furthered his education and his abilities. So great job. And not only that, but Dee and I have a special moment in time together that we get to celebrate each and every year. And I forgot yesterday, and that is we have the same birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dee, I'd like to sing happy birthday to you.
You already hit that, Terry.
So, let's sing happy birthday to Dee and T. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dee. Happy birthday to you. All right. And I do have to say, yesterday the staff came into the little lunchroom and they sang the absolute most horrific version of Happy Birthday to Me that I've ever heard. If it is your birthday and they start to come around, get some earplugs. That's all I can tell you. You pass these around. Laura, you got anything you want to say about the luncheon today?
Yes, I'm hoping you all can attend. Terry's got a listing, and I've got 3 listings in Old Atlanta Club. They're on the flyer. At the first house, we'll have directions. Since we can't put directional signs in the neighborhood, we'll have a little Google map so y'all can follow each of the ones. We've got lunch at the second house. We've got fruit tray at the third house. We've got dessert at the fourth house. If you are so kind, we've got comment cards at each of the houses. We would love your feedback on some different things with that. We've got cash drawings, and looking forward to having everybody there. And I signed up a new listing yesterday, so I'm going to go plant a coming soon sign that y'all will pass in there. So we got everything from a 2,600 square foot ranch up to a almost 4,600 square foot 6.5 in there. So something hopefully that y'all will have a buyer that would appeal to any one of these 4 houses. And thank you for coming. I look forward to seeing you.
And look at that. In the first one, you got a $100 drawing and a $50 drawing. And then in the fourth one, you got a $50 drawing. It says $200 on the line. And a very good barbecue lunch by Georgia Q. And they're always good. So, thank you, Laura. Good job. FMLS stats. I'm going to be passing these around. I just got a couple minutes. So we're going to get the high road in just a second. But here's the bottom line. What are our goals for the year? 1,600 units right now. If we close out everything that we've got in June, we'll be at 768 units by the end of June, which will be just about at 50%. 210 agents, which right now are at 164, and 9.5 GCI, which right now, as of today, are at 4.1. By the end of the month, we should be right around 4.5 or higher. So we are trending exactly where we need to be, just a little off in some. So we're going to be putting some pushes together. Robert, what are we going to be introducing this Friday? Who's going to be going to the Friday Food Truck Friday? Raise your hand. If you haven't heard about it, we'll be talking about it, and everybody better come. We will have beer. We will have fun. We'll be giving cash away. Robert, how are we going to give cash away on that day?
Well, the cash has to be given away before anyone starts drinking beer, because we will be throwing darts.
What will we be throwing darts at?
Balloons.
On what?
A balloon board.
There you go. So what are we going to be doing? It'll be around production based. If you've got new listings, if you've had a first closing, you'll get a dart. You'll get to throw at the dart board. We're gonna be bringing this into the sales meeting also, so that as you get new listings and stuff, march your butt right on up here or out to the back.
Yeah, maybe out back. We'll not be throwing darts in here.
And I'll have Robert holding the dartboard for you.
It's a very small one.
So, if you haven't planned on coming on Friday, you better plan on coming. We got Texas tacos coming in their food truck. We're gonna park it right out back, and we're gonna have fun, and it's to celebrate the success that you guys have been having, so let's just come have fun.
Miss Debbie,
Yep.
tell them what the menu is.
Menu is unlimited, chicken, pork, barbecue, veggie, or something called a pastor taco, lime fries, which are supposed to be amazing. You need to be here.
All you can eat tacos.
Yes.
All you can eat tacos. You want me here? Is that what it is? The taco truck guy said you follow them, so.
This is a long way from Texas.
So, I do have to say, for those of you that don't know, Teresa Herring has been with us a long, long time. Her brother lost his battle with cancer and passed away over the weekend. She's down there in Florida, was down in Florida, so keep her and her family in your thoughts and prayers, as she will need them, and she's always been a positive ball of energy, so keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and remember what she's going through. Also, I had a friend that hadn't seen in a while, and just learned yesterday that he hung himself on Father's Day. And so, very tragic thing, and he went through some things in life, and my point is this: we're all going to go through tragedy and horrific stuff at some point in your life. There's nothing ever worth taking your life over, so you can always fight through whatever. And it was a terrible thing. I hadn't seen the guy in about a year and stuff, and just to hear it, I was like, man, just not the person that I thought would ever do that. So it's surprising. So just remember, you're going to go through crap in your life, work through it, and reach out to people, and there's always going to be a better day. Okay. Robert, you got anything else that you want to say? Lift everything. So, Hyro, you gotta wait 1 minute. Robert, you can't force this on me. I've got a couple things, and then it's gonna be Hyro's turn. Because here's the thing, Robert and I have been talking. We are older for the most part. Who in here is under the age 40?
I was 39 yesterday.
Two of us. Two people under the age of 40.
I really rounded you to most 25 years of experience.
Is that 40 experience or no?
On my Facebook, it says 39, does that count?
So here's the deal.
The year you were born.
We have to get relevant. We are probably not that relevant for the millennials. Okay? Great relationships, not so good on the technological advancements. And there's some very easy things that Century 21 brings to the table that, man, if you just go out there and take a dip in you put your toe in the pool of the technological stuff, and where you can pick up business from the millennial people that are getting ready to be buying. They haven't been buying homes that rampantly. Now they're going to get into the game big time. Because you got to remember, as they're beginning that they used to be ready to buy homes, they were in the abysmal market of the real estate, and all they heard was, don't buy, it's going down. Now you've had consistently over time the market going up. You're going to start to see these people buy properties more than they ever have. And if you're not starting to tap into how they communicate, which is through technological advancements, you're going to miss out on opportunities to communicate effectively with them. That's what today is primarily about. We do have Northwest Exterminating stand up in the back. Everybody give a round of applause. What do you have to
Monitors in case you don't know how hot it is, like and chalkboard so you can write down all your notes.
So,
Hey, and Roger, you just bought a home. How'd you look for that home? 'Cause how old are you?
I'm 28, so I am a millennium. So everything is on the computer, on an iPhone, email. Everything is digital. So don't write me in the mail because I won't write
You
back.
gotta say.
no, I already did. Happy birthday. All right, Jeff Zuloff, tell us what's going on in the mortgages real quick. Showtime to no time, matter of seconds.
4.125, 30-year fix. I sent an email out about TRID. It got moved back to October, which is a blessing because this is the busiest time of year. You don't want to be pushing closings back 3 days while lenders try to figure this thing out. So that's the thing about the integrated document, the new truth in lending RESPA document, so the new settlement statement. Pushed it back to October 1. Imagine they'll probably keep pushing it back. But that was the big news this week. Rates are still good. About all I have.
Thank you very much. No time, sit down.
See you later. I gotta go.
Go get to work. Mandy, where Mandy? New agent Mandy in the back, raise your hand, say hello.
Hi.
Everybody say hello. So, I went out, Mandy had a listing appointment that she said, hey, would you mind going? Rob was gonna go, and then Rob had a shortened day, so he said, hey, can you go? And then she said, well, I wanted Rob to go, and I felt pretty bad that she didn't think that I could do it. But do I still have it?
Yes.
Yes, it felt good. So I went out there to Mandy and got to communicate some of the stuff that we talked about in here, and did it work?
Yes.
So the people are looking at, do we do something? We know we're going to do something, but we think we're going to do it in the fall timeframe. Put a home on the market and move. Now what's their time frame?
January.
Yeah, they pushed it out. Thanks, Mandy, that was awesome.
July
March
15th.
2019.
July 15th, they've gone from September timeframe and escalated things up. They're getting things done in their home. But what their question was is, why should we do it now? The market is so hot, we don't want to pay a premium price. We think we'll wait till fall when the demand has dropped off and we can go beat the heck out of somebody better than we can today. That make sense? It does make sense. How can you communicate what you need to talk about to get them to do something today and not wait? So if you pay attention to the trends that are going on, I'm going to tell you an Old Atlanta Club, and that's my little sample pool. It's where I worked in 1992 to 98. It's got 630 homes. The price ranges from the 300s up into the 5s. And I watched that as my little sample pool. And over the last 2 months, the inventory has gone from under 10 to 18 today. We got 2 more that are being added in the next week. That doesn't include the one that Lori says is going to be coming soon on the sign. That's 3 more. So that neighborhood, unless we have a nice reasonable pace of sales over the next week, which I doubt it, we're going to go up to probably 20. So in the course of 2 to 3 months, the inventory will have doubled in that neighborhood. Pace of sales has dropped off just a hair. This is what you're going to start to see across North Atlanta. People going, hey, let's go ahead and make the move. The market's gone up so much. Let's label the price out there. Let's sell it, take it to the market, and go buy something. You need to be understanding where we are in the trends. You need to understand now's not the time to be pushing that price up. Now's the time to be holding the price in check, if not decreasing it a little bit to get the thing sold before it goes into August, September, October, which is when the market starts to kind of slip off in more demand. Okay? You need to be understanding this. You need to be watching things in your local market, your high school district, and go, what is going on? You need to be taking advantage of what Hiro's going to talk about in just a minute, and you need to be paying attention to your business. By the way, I will say this is one of my best finds. Watch online. Go to Last Call. You know what Last Call is?
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus, Last Call. It's like there's stuff from last year's inventory and stuff. I bought this suit. It's an $800 suit. I bought it for $125.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite finds. I just got it back from it. So I spent $50 getting it tailored. I've got $175 invested in this suit. My point to you guys is up your dress code today. Be paying attention to these sites that you can go up your dress code for not much money, look better, because I can tell you this, if I went up against some of you today, and this is what I'm wearing, you're wearing what you're wearing, who do you think would win if all they could choose from was between what you dressed as? Always pay attention. No, you lose, Joe. Thank you. But here's the bottom line. I'm not going to bore you to tears with stuff. I'm just going to tell you the business is ripe out there today. There are a lot of homes that are expiring and going to be expiring. We've been paying this call center out in Seattle, Washington. I'm paying them $3,000 a month to do this test run. Right now, we've picked up 5 listings from this group. All that they're doing, you know what they're doing? They're doing things that agents don't want to do, but the business is out there. So there's one guy calling expireds in Atlanta, calling 9 to 5. That's not what any of you would want to do. But the point that's interesting to me is we've been getting appointment after appointment. Every single day, there's 1 to 2 appointments that come through. Every single day. And all he's doing is doing stuff that you guys could easily do into your line of business, but you just don't want to. So I want you to think about that. What are you doing right now? So, Hiro, I'm gonna let you take it over. Anybody got any questions about anything that's going on? The cards, if you want the cards, if you want the text code on the back, which I highly encourage you guys to get, the text thing that is free for you. And if you use it, they go straight to you. Laura, I think we did a sample with you. Why don't you tell them how it worked real briefly?
I'm gonna let him do that, because you know what I really realized? I am not the most articulate communicator. And also, Hiro, you don't have to reenact it. When I was trying to test my own, and Hiro had to take my phone out of my hand going, quit putting that in, quit doing that.
Before I let Hiro have everything, you've got the FMLS stats. I also emailed this to you guys last week, but I know sometimes people do not take the time to print, and then as emails backlog, you forget about the emails that were in there the day before. I do that. So this is your latest FMLS stats. I put an asterisk next to the things that you guys need to be paying attention to and share with your friends. As demand starts to slip off just a little bit, get back in normal. It's not like we're going backwards, we're just getting into normal land. So all of a sudden you have a normal pace of sales happening, we all go, oh, what's happening? We're just getting into normalcy. We've been abnormal for a while, now we're getting back to normal. Share these stats, make sure that you know them, go out there and use it to your advantage. Sorry, that's yours. Okay, now, Hiro, take it away.
All right, so I guess there's been a lot of confusion with this mobile app that everyone now has, essentially. So I'm going to try to make this as simple as I can, and then if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Basically, Robert sent out an email. In this email, it's got this Excel sheet which has everyone's name and everyone's text code. There's one number that you should remember, which is 87778, 87778. So 87778. That is the number that you're gonna have to text as if you were texting me or somebody. That was my phone number, okay? You can look down this list for your name, like Phil. That text code, that is what you would text. That would be your message to that 87778 number. If it all works well, which it should, you will then get a text back that will basically be saying, hey, thank you for downloading my app, and it'll have a link on it. You will then just click that link, or your client will, in this case, will click that link, and it will take them to either their app store, whether it's a Droid or like an iPhone. Take them to the app store, and it will download an app that is custom to you, to your code. A lot of you guys were having issues because you saw the template or the example that Robert sent out, and you guys were actually downloading Denise's, which was in the example. So if anything, you were just getting her leads off of your searches. So that was just her personal code, but everyone has their own. So this is, Lisa, I don't know if Lisa's in here, but if Lisa were in here, she would want to give out, this code, because that's hers. That's what she would want on her card, and that's what she would want to be giving out, to all her clients. So they would text that code as the message to that 87778 number, and they will download that app. Any questions or anything? There is the one that you can pay for, that you can have your own personal code in this code. You can shorten it up. You can make it pretty much whatever you want. And on that one, you do get a little dashboard. There's a website you can go to, and you would have your own login, and it'll show you the phone number of the person who's downloaded the app. So let's say you pass out a few cards to maybe one client, they pass them out or something. You've never met these people. You'll have their phone numbers. It'll show you what houses they searched for, the price ranges of these houses, so you get an idea of what the price ranges are. Anytime they save a lead, so let me back up in here. Scroll up. So if you can see on the app down here, there's that little heart. So anytime that they search for houses and they hit that heart, it's gonna save that under their favorites, and it's gonna kick a lead to you. Even with the codes that we've all provided for you that, you know, you guys aren't really paying for, you know, that they've provided for you, you'll still get a lead for these. If you buy and pay for your own code, these leads will also show up on that smart, or that, it's called Smart Agent, on their dashboard. And like I said, it'll average out price ranges there, but yes.
With the one that we got through Results Realty, we do not have access to that dashboard. Is that a correct statement?
Correct. As far as I know, there is no dashboard.
Okay.
For it. Right now, I don't know if maybe some of you possibly tried texting your number. They were having issues yesterday, as Lewis and I both know, about texting it. I called them yesterday, and yeah, they made some update, which kind of temporarily broke their system. I ended up getting a couple text messages back at 1 a.m. last night. It looks like it's still going a little slow today, but I have gotten a couple more through today. So I'll call them again and just kind of see where their issues are with that. But last week, everything was working fine, and hopefully it'll start working smoothly again here soon. But that's just the basic gist of how this works. Any other questions or anything like that?
So just to make sure, so that 87778,
Mhm.
okay, that's who we put like the recipient, that's, or is that?
Yeah, like that is this company, essentially it's tied to us to Results.
So is that the first time to get something back from them, or what? I guess.
Yeah, I know I can't put
You want
this.
your clients to use that, right?
Yeah, so you're handing it out, like on your card, it will say, let's see, I don't think I have the example here. If you guys have like those new business card order forms.
Yeah.
You know, on the template, I think the bottom right template's the one that shows, the back of the card.
So they would say RC 21 25374
To 87778. Yeah, 87778 is the recipient of your message.
And if you want to download your own app to your own phone so that you can play with it first and see what it looks like before you send it to somebody.
Yeah, just text your own code. You can only have one of these on your phone at once. So you can't have Lewis's and Joe's, you know, and Jerry's, like, you can't have all three of them at the same time. I guess not that you really would if you were the client, right? So just earn their business and have them download your app. If you want to try other people's, they'll just have to delete your app off of your phone and just download theirs and kind of see what is going. You guys can get together and be buddies and try calling each other's. Like right up here, I don't know if it might be a little hard to read. It's branded to you, so like this is Lori Watkins. So you can see it has her name on there. To the right, a little gold little profile thing. If you click that, that gives you the option to call them directly. It'll pop it up, and you can press call, and you can call the agent. It also gives you an option for emailing. So you can hit the email option, and it'll email them directly. Although I know there's been issues with that email one, which I've been speaking with them for a few weeks to try to get that one resolved. They're supposed to push some app update out, which I don't know if that's maybe what broke their texting.
What are the email issues? It's going through or something?
Yeah, it's not, somehow it's not like routing properly through the email. I think it has something to do with lead router is what their representative was telling me. So I know they've been working on pushing it out. It just got delayed because Century 21 didn't like something and did it in an update, so they had to roll it back. And every time they have to resubmit something to the App Store, it takes some time. So they had something prepared and then they had to pull it back, and now they have to resubmit it. So
How do we get an email address corrected? Because mine's got my old email address in it.
Okay, we'll talk and we'll see what comes out of that. Any other questions on the app for now?
What I would highly encourage each of y'all to do is text your own text, go log your own app into your phone and don't do anybody else's. Own your own thing, see exactly what's going on with it, so that you can help others get to it. The more that you see that it actually does, the more excited you'll get about it, period.
You can see exactly what your clients are looking at, so you can explain to them, you know, you have your app, here's what you can do on the app as well. And let them know. Lewis?
So, just so I can understand it right, if I download this app into my phone, and I want a client of mine to have it, I can't forward them the app or ask them to download it from the app store directly?
That's a
Or
good
I have
question.
to send them a code, or how that works?
I can't remember if this was one, because I've seen like 3 different type of apps, and I know at least one of them has a share option from within the app.
Yes.
Yes. This one,
Facebook, Twitter, text message, and email.
okay.
On this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Anything else? If you guys have any questions, I mean, you can always just ask me about it. I've been kind of working with this one for about a month or so, so I'm pretty familiar with how it's supposed to work anyways. Yes,
Okay, so just black and white, so the number 8778 is the number we text to that number?
87778.
Right,
Yeah,
but that's the number you text, your text number 2.
exactly.
And then what happens?
And then you get a link sent back, you or your client, whoever texts that number, gets a link sent back to your app that belongs to that code.
To our app, to our email, or our app, we have to download the app?
No.
It'll be a
Where does
text
it get,
message.
where's the link go? Go with the email.
See, this email that Robert sent out, this email, it's got, there's like 3 different emails that have
Right.
this attachment on there.
So where's the link go? That's my question.
To the phone, you text it, it texts you back. It texts you back a link,
It does.
and that link will prompt you to download your app.
Okay, because I did that thing, and it did take a long time.
Yeah, like I said, I knew yesterday they were having issues, and I spoke with them yesterday, and it looks like today, I got like 2 more this morning that I was trying, but it's going really slow right now. That wasn't the case as of last week, so hopefully they'll
Okay.
get it rolling
So then
again.
anybody you want, they have to text, say, give this to a friend, they would text that same number, 8778, and then type in my number?
Yeah, that number's not gonna
Everyone
change for
does that.
anybody here. Everybody here will be texting that exact same number. The only thing that changes is
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Whatever one you pick here that belongs to that person, that's the app they're gonna be downloading, so just make sure that you get yours. So if you're passing out your cards, just make sure your card has your own code and not somebody
That's
else's.
all I need.
So, text 2, right, yeah, it says 2 on your phone, 87778.
Yes.
Message your code.
Now,
Now see, below 40, not working. Below 40, this would have been a 5-minute class.
I texted it.
Like I said, it's going slow right now there. I spoke with one of the representatives yesterday, it looks like they're, so this is just that.
Why am I seeing smoke rise?
No more questions? Anything? Y'all can feel free to email me or call me or whatever, text me about, about this and any issues we can resolve.
So everybody understand about the business cards and get your order in?
Tell us that.
Who you sending it to?
You.
To me. If you want a picture, no glamour shots, please. We've got your picture online. It should show up just like what's on your website. If you want to change it, then you need to email me that picture. Business cards should be in if I get them ordered by in the morning for all, probably by next Monday. I'm hoping to give them out to everyone at the sales meeting next week.
Is this the cost that we choose the quantity we want, this is the cost for that?
We're providing you at no cost the 500.
Oh, okay.
If you order the 1,000, you pay double. I ordered you 1,000.
Yep, I'll pay for everybody. Yep.
If you want 1,000 instead, you can pay the difference.
Business cards to Lewis. Okay, everybody, send your business cards to this man right here.
Oh.
If you have one. For drawing, if you're for drawing, so.
That was confusing because you were talking about ordering business cards, so everybody went, what?
Everybody wants to Lewis, we're gonna give it to Robert.
Your business cards.
And
And that's
anybody
good.
doing a team with the tax code, yours going to team? Okay, so I can do it however you want. My suggestion would do one code. Who's gonna be the main communicator? Okay, then let's put your code on there, and then I'm assuming you and Virginia, are you both gonna have your name on the card, or is it gonna be the Henniger team, and you have a card, Henniger team, she has a card? Okay, you're doing the same card. Okay, just write that on there for me so I know that, so I get it right. And real quick, you have your attention.
Kimberly and Heather Byer, Kimberly Boutwell, Heather Byer, are doing a second year run of, what is it called, you're doing once a month? Tell me what you guys are doing.
Front Porch Fridays, and we have a band, a live band that comes out, and we supply alcohol and soft drinks and water and appetizers. And we go hang out at the Residence Club on the porch from 5:30 to 8:30. And we normally do a drawing as well, so in the middle of it, we get to get up and say a spiel about the neighborhood, and people have filled out a card, and we capture that information with their email address and phone number so that we can then email them something later in the month.
All right, everybody listen, so you got people here that they just both moved into Laurel Springs. Last summer, they did once a month. They partnered up, who'd you partner up with?
With Jeff.
Okay.
So Jeff helped us out as well, and we just bring in appetizers and drinks, wine, soft drinks, water, and then we have a little live band, a great acoustical guitar player and sidekick that performs, and we do that from 5:30 to 8:30 on a Friday night. We do it once a month through the summer, and we actually have had a lot of people come up to us and go, "Are we doing front porch Fridays again this year?" So we have made a great following. The neighborhood puts signs up at the entrance and exits of the neighborhood for us. They do an email blast, and they put us in the newsletter.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
So, be thinking of these type of things. They made it a community event. They're the ones that are out there networking with the people, and they don't necessarily make it about the business. They're out there networking and meeting with people versus slamming things in their face, going, use me, use me. It's more, we're gonna build the relationships, we're gonna gather their information, we're gonna be able to follow up with people and start to get a name out there. And they've both been getting business in the community as well, so good job. The first one is this Friday.
Yep.
Right?
That's right for this year. So.
So I'll be there, as I like free drinks. So.
All right, absolutely, it's fine.
Okay. We're gonna draw for 2 thermometers, big thermometers, so, you know, if you wonder if your car doesn't have a thermometer, you might just want to take this to the windshield.
Or if it's not broken and it really is 105 in your car.
That's right, yes.
Oh, no, the other day, they were in my car and it registered 135 degrees when I opened up the car. So,
It's amazing.
it is.
All right, Lewis, grab that stack of cards and draw 2 cards.
Can I draw mine?
You can if you do it legitimately. First one is Lewis. No.
Natalia should be on the front row. Where are you?
There you go, Natalia. And our second victor,
Bonnie Steele.
Bonnie. Pass this on back to Bonnie. And for the notepad, one more, Lewis. Hey, Drew Lewis.
Yes.
Hey, I ain't picked it.
That's pretty good.
I think we need to change that picture on the new card.
We do have another luncheon as well. Both these are right around the corner from here, so it's not a problem getting either one of them. This is in Balmoral, Lisa Cushman's putting it on. And if you go to both events, right? You go to both events, we'll put a little something extra out there on the line as well. I'll have an extra $50 drawing, so It'll be at the house. You'll have to go to Atlanta Parkway and we'll verify that you went to both and I'll put an extra $50 on the line. Okay? So, that's $250 that you can win today. What would Northwest like to finish us up with?
Well, since you are announcing the open houses and what have you and starting to build relationships, we would like to also offer to you in an effort to get to know each and every one of you when you have these open houses on Tuesdays or you're in a caravan, please lean on us for help and support with some food or gift cards or all of the above. We'd certainly like to give back and help you guys as well. So please feel free to call us for sponsorships when you need those.
Thank you. Who can tell me what's going on in October that's going to affect mortgage rates? Prime rate discussion. Everybody know what's going on with the feds and what they're
10-year.
predicting to do. What did they come out and say yesterday? Yesterday they said, hey, we're probably not going to adjust the prime rate so fast right now. But what's going to happen between here and then is going to dictate what they do in October. But what I will promise you is you need to be paying attention to that. Jeff said the rates are what? The 30-year rate is what today? 4.125. Imagine if those go to 4.5 by October. Is that possible?
Yes.
Absolutely. They were 3.75 just a couple months ago. They were 4.125. If they get up to 4.5, what's that going to do psychologically to buyers?
I can't afford to buy interest rates.
You're gonna have less people.
All of a sudden, the home that you thought you'd be getting now is not affordable for you. Now you're going to move or not. So you need to get people off the fence, make their decisions now, but pay attention to the inventory rising out there because it is. Not only are you going to be faced with that in your neighborhoods, but guess what? Builders are now building inventory, so now you're going to have competition from builders and more homes in the resale neighborhoods. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for us? It's a good thing if you're the ones listing the homes. That's all I want you to think about. What do you got to be doing to get the listings in your neighborhood? How do you got to be socializing, like what Kimberly's doing with Heather? Partnering in together and going, hey, let's go build the relationships. How can you get your name in your neighborhood out there so that when people think, I'm going to do something in real estate, you're one of 1 or 2 agents that they call? How do you got to do that? Be thinking about that. Yes? Make contact. Have relevant information when you do. By the way, there are highly aggressive agents out there right now. They're new agents getting into business. I know of somebody in the company that said that they were going to rely that their friends, one of their best friends, was not going to list with somebody else. And they arrested. And guess what happened? That friend listed. Who'd they list with? Nobody else. And I think the words that they said to me was, that person will never do that. They will absolutely list with me. They told me in the past that they would list with me. And then an agent went out there, got in their face, made themselves more relevant in real estate than what that agent was. And that's what I call a slap in the face of reality. And that can be happening to every one of you in this room right here. And I don't want that to happen to you guys because if your friends, if your best friend, I've had this happen to me, best friend listed with somebody else. Do you get mad at them? Do you get mad at yourself? You gotta get mad at yourself. Never lose a friend over them making a business decision that's not you. You gotta look at yourself and go, what could I have done differently? Let me go congratulate that friend. Ooh, how painful would this be? How hard would this be? Hey, you know what? I'm glad you listed with a professional realtor. Would you mind? I'm trying to improve every day. Could you tell me what I could have done differently that I could have been in there telling you what I would be doing to list your home? Would you have the guts to do that? Think about it. Never look and point the finger outside. You turn and point the finger and say, what do I got to do differently? The market is right out there for anybody that's willing to go out there and kick the door in. If the door's cracked open, you better get your foot out and kick that damn door in. That's where we're at. Other agents are out there doing it. And I want you to remember this, 40% of the top 10 in the first quarters were agents that have been in the business less than a year and a half. How's the market going to be changing moving forward? Go out there and get your share of it. And get your share of my cash too when you go visit these homes. And then I'm putting an extra $50 if you go to both things. Remember Northwest back there, they're willing to help you and participate with open houses. They'll get in the game with you and help you make it more affordable. The luncheon that you're going to today, Kevin Salisbury and Jeff partnered in to help make that happen. So you can use resources to help make you look great and draw more agents to the event. Any questions from anybody? We're on track. We're going to keep our numbers out in front of you because I want you to be thinking about your numbers and what you're going to do with your goals and what you're going to do to celebrate them at the end of the year. Okay? Y'all have a fantastic day. Anything we can do to help you out, all you got to do is raise your hand and ask. If you don't, you're missing opportunities, and that's what it's all about. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.